Hey guys, and welcome back. Today we're just gonna go through the whole workflow. We're gonna fix all the issues that we see, and we're gonna be using box controllers, and we're gonna be using auto physics, and it's gonna be amazing. Stay tuned, watch the full video to see how we fix sliding feeds and all, and let's get started. Let's just start with how you import it. It would just be under import, and then we go down to reference video. Then you just choose the file that you have. So let's see, Taekwondo Sheet 720 kick is the one that I went for. It's a cool attack. And it's a long video, but I don't really care right now. So what I usually do is that what you can start with is just calling it what it is. So reference video. And by the way, I'm using the scene that we made in episode 1, so if you haven't done that, I really encourage you to do that. So reference video 1. And what I also want to do is I want to put it in its own track. So reference video, okay, and I just have it under scene there. And it's just mainly because if you animate and you move it, then it will move instead of just you having a full control of it, so that if you move, you can move it when you need to move it and not randomly. So what you basically want to do is replicate the poses, and the quickest way is to using the auto pose mode for this. But what we're going to do, we're going to scroll through the video and find where we want to start doing this stuff. So I'm thinking this could be our idle pose. I would like this one, and I want to make the reference video unselectable. That's this one with the lock. So first of all, move him to the side. Something like this. We want our head to look forward. Something like this. Seems okay. This guy is really straight in how he stands. So I think that, so if you press Ctrl Shift, you lock that point. If it's blue, it's locked. And then we can adjust him a bit. Something like that. Really straight in the upper body. And I think I want to have a little bend in the legs, so I'd select both of them and just a small one, something like this. And the legs already look natural. Then it's just the legs. I forgot to do this on my scene somehow. Let's see. I will just do this. This is also in the first tutorial. So let's take this, create a new track. Fingers, right. Yeah, so moving forward, it's time to, first of all, I want to make the poses for the fingers. And as we set up those on a separate layer last time, they should be clean and easy to do. So this seems like a decent fist. And then we do the same for this one. And this seems all right. Now we have two fists. And let's get the hand pose. Something like this. This one close to his chest. Something like this. A bit more forward. And inward. Something like this. So yeah, this seems good. Then we can go to the next frame we want to see. So I think this is a nice frame to start on. So we will adjust F to set up a new frame. As you can see, the auto pausing does a lot for us. So this hand is now going inward like this, and this one is going a bit back. Don't mind that the leg are shifting directions. This is just a harsh block out to start with. Something like that. This one further up. Rotate like this. Bit up again. Like this. Then I think we can go directly to this one. And let's see his footwork. So moving to this one as well. He changed his foot to be more like this. I think his waist is a bit more this way. This one, we need to select the bone, right click this one to make this the pivot, and rotate it all the way over there, like this. And we're gonna do the same with this one. It seems like he's going up on his toes. Something like this. Shift set on this one. And it starts to look weird. We change this one to go over there. And we select these two to just drag him a bit down. Have this a bit more like this. And now his upper body. You know, for this one, I actually think I will go into box mode, select his upper body. Maybe from here. And just rotate that to this point. Take this one a bit as well. It seems like it's going like that and like that. And since I didn't move it in this mode, I will need to then bake it into the auto pause again. This would be this, adjusting auto pause lock state. Just give it a second, and then you can see like shoulders and some other blue points came along. If you don't do this, it can get a bit weird. So then something like this, head still forward. I want to select the shoulders with shift set. This one is gonna be a bit in the back, like this. Let's remove these 2 points that control the rotation of the arm with control set. Move it a bit back. And then we can rotate it again, something like that. And that. I want this a bit further back like this. And I think this looks more natural. Let's see, something like that, that. Let's see if it's more natural. Okay, so this looks more natural. And I know the reference is really, really bad. Just hold it like that. Take this and move it forward. So this seems about right. And then we can move forward. Let's see. Okay, so its foot stands still. Like this. I think this is the one I want to be the next one. So let's see. I will right click this one because I want that to be the pivot. And we want to turn this, and this, and of course the arms as well. And I shift select them. And if I now rotate this, it didn't work as I wanted to, so we're gonna go in box select mode. And I'm gonna select, let's see, I'll select the whole, yeah, like this, and then just shift double click this one, rotate it, something like this, move it over here, see how, because you have a lot of bend on the knee. Okay, this doesn't work. Okay, I will fix that on the next one, but initially it's like this, and rotate like this. That seems about, oh, okay. So the hip really don't want to work with us in that box select mode, but that isn't the problem. Shift back to this, then we lock it in here. So let's see, something like this. Then we just Shift C on that one, Shift C on that one. Then this looks better already. Need this one a bit forward and upward. That looks nice. Shift C on this one, so it's more natural. Select this, and this one, as we want him to bend down a bit. And I want this in global mode, straight down. Something like this. Let's see. Okay. So I can see now that the foot was turned more than I initially made it. So right click, rotate it like this, control copy, control paste. That seems more correct. This foot needs to go up a bit, in a bit, Shift C. Let's see if the knee want to be more like that. Okay, he's a bit lower than the other character in the reference. And this arm is wrong. So this one needs to go down a bit. Maybe not so much, a bit in. This looks okay. Take off this. So this is a really good blocking tool. Okay, so this is kind of going over his head. this one a bit more that way. Something like this. Just watching the reference. Seems like the reference have him leaned a bit more forward. Something like this. It's hard to say if he's more imbalanced than I am because of the view. So I will just try to move him to kind of get like an idea. So what we can see is the point of the mass is there, and I'm thinking like I want it a bit more this way or this way. Let's see, something like that. Maybe a bit further up. Oh, forgot to select this one. Something like this, a bit further up, a bit back. So I'm trying to see the line from his hip and it's going straight behind his foot. Something like that. Okay. Okay, so this is the next point. And again, I want to go for the box select mode. Right click the heel. Is the heel the one is spinning or is his toes? No, he's just letting the foot go actually. Which means I could, yeah, I think I would take it from there. Rotate him. Something like this seems correct. And then, okay, let's see. The hand is about there. This one is stretching out. Let's take this one, and this one. I shift C those, so they will follow the movement of the foot. Get it down to the ground. Let me shift C these as well. Then we rotate the foot a bit to it snaps like this. And then we can move the body again. So let's get the body a bit more up like this. I like it. Then we can rotate it a bit as he leans forward. Something like this. And I would believe he is turning a bit like this. So a bit more straight, and let's keep going. Like, this is just a harshly framed out. This foot is going something like this. Let's get that straighter. I think this will suffice. That's the next one. Okay, let's see. Then I will just select everything I don't need now to pose it out. Shift C. Shift Z. It seems like his upper body is pretty much straight over this point here. Seems like this foot is turned a bit. Like this. Let's fix his foot. Right. Let him be a bit more tilted. This. Get up, maybe a bit more straightened. I think this should be exactly like that. Yeah, I think also I didn't fix the head on these ones. Bit more of a bend. Yeah, the height seems to be correct. This video is in slow-mo, I believe, so that's why we suddenly can skip so many frames. That's C on that one and Shift C on that one. Okay, that didn't help. Something like this. His body is straight. His arms are something like this. This is really more closer to his chest. Let's rotate this to be straightish. Like this. Then we can select these main points and let's stretch them out first. Something like this. Shift C those. Then we bring this a bit up. Envision that his foot is a bit straighter than this. And it's covering his head from this angle, which seems correct. And I believe that twist of the body is conveyed well. Then we're gonna take this one. Then instead of going to box mode now, I will take the center of mass, taking up about this high, rotate his body to be about there. Okay, that actually looks worse than... Okay, something like this. It's so hard with that quality. So I believe his knees are something like this. Shift C, that one got correct. This one is all the way over here. So maybe now these will, yeah. To be honest, I can't really see his arm. I think this arm got even closer to his chest. Something like this. And it makes sense for this to be... Yeah, that can make sense with angle also. So let's see, we have something weird going on here. That's probably because this one is supposed to go there. I believe he's tweaking this a bit more. Yeah, I don't think this looks too bad. I think maybe this foot is supposed to go even lower. This one seems to be rotated even more like this. Let's see. Then we're going to do the same with the center of mass. Turn him around. Something like this. Bring this a bit up. Rotate it like that. Shift set. Okay. This one. Bit more like this. The knee looks kind of correct. I have no chance of predicting his hands right now, to be honest. Okay, so it seems like for both of these, he is actually holding both of his hands really close to his chest. Something like this. So what we can do is that we select this one, right select this one, Control C, go over to this one, have the same selection, choose local and relative and Control V, and then we have the same position here as well. Let's keep it like this. Okay, this is a cool frame. Like the global, turn off relative. Something like this. Okay, let's start with straightening out his leg. Like this. Put this a bit closer and a bit further in. And bring down his knee. Something like this. Shift C those, and it seems to be a bit more rotated, so let's go like this. Now it seems like his whole upper body is a bit more forward. Shift C this one. Then I will right click this to get from there, something like this. It's something like this, and then we right click this one. Oh, right click this one and rotate a bit. Okay, I need to see it from this angle again. So we need him further down. Something like this. I think we need a bit more bend. Maybe I need to see S here. I think I will shift set on this one, then try again to rotate. Just see if I can see his arms. Yeah, okay, so this one is much closer. Like this. It seems like this one is getting straightened out in the back. think we can go all the way over to this one. So we'll just do that thing that I see here. He jumps up. Here is really high, still high. So what I see is that this frame needs to go down a bit. So what we need is this leg to be available to go all the way down, something like this. Straighten it out so straight as possible. Something like that. So before I do, I just want the main big potential movements to be in here. So let's see. Something like that. Just seal this so we don't have to care about it. This one goes under here. Like this. Shift C this one, Shift C this one. And these ones. Like this. This. Take this one, and this one, and then try to create the bend that he has. I think this one is supposed to be looking down, as well as this one. Still something wrong with the way his body is balanced. Yeah, this looks terrible. It's something that still needs to be worked out. Seems like his legs should still be a bit lower, a bit more rotated like this. And his knee should be up like this. See his movement. Let's take this as the next one. So I will select the center of mass, take this one and rotate it like this. Then we're gonna take one thing at a time. So the main body seems to be a bit lower and going this way. This one is something like that. Upper body is coming up again. We'll let the hands be free for now. I don't like to lock these. This seems to be a bit more like there. And like this as well. Let's get him a bit more up. This one there. A bit closer to his body. And then I want to take this foot and this stance, copy and paste. And what I can do now is I can press R on these, then they are locked. Then I move this one up. And his knee should be more forward. Ish. And I also want to take this one. As I can see, it's a bit more rotated than I presumed. Okay, and this frame then should have the final battle pose. So again, selecting the center of mass, right-clicking this one, rotating to find his body, natural placement. Putting this foot down. Taking his body with him. See that the center of mass is landing somewhere in between. Something like this. I can move this back and put it down. Double click this, right click, rotate this leg as well to be natural. You can try to shift C. No, doesn't agree with me yet. Put it down like this. A bit of bend, but not too much. Something like this. Then I will just right click and rotate. Select these, move them up a bit. Right click to rotate again. Rotate like this as well. to get more balance, I want this further back. Yeah, something like that. So now we can start to see with interpolation, and I always start with the clamped interpolation, and then we see okay, let's see. So first of all, I just wanted to take the fingers. So I select this one, shift and middle mouse click, and then just drag it to the start. Oh, yeah, never mind. This is not the section that we are using. So what I want to see now, if I take the arms and turn them into FK, would this look more natural? I think FK for these as well. Wait, what? Turning this one into FK. Okay, it seems like we just keep them at FK. Then we see okay, so in between here, I'm just gonna make a frame where he lifts his foot. And as I can see now, is that he moves a naturally march. So what we're going to do is turn on shadow, and this key would then show the last frame that is framed. So something like this. This one is correct. I don't know what happened here, but then it seems like we have some of the same issue here as well, that the foot sliding wrong. So then we just move the foot to be, so the tip of the foot is about the same placement. And just look that it doesn't break, it doesn't seem like it. Except in the middle of this. And especially when the feet are leaving the ground, almost always keep them FK. So his left leg is leaving the ground, and it's off the ground until, yeah, until the end. So FK. Okay, so the foot doesn't know where to travel, so we're gonna help it. This one was a bit low. Okay, maybe this one, just try to make it IK again. Okay, we need another frame here, I can see. Something like this. This one. Just trying to follow the reference. See how that looks. Seems like we'll need another one here. But as you can see, it's much easier now, since we already have the foundation and the interpolation is giving us something to work with instead of just kind of getting us something to work with. So it seems like it's something wrong with the trajectory here. Let's see. For some reason, it's going up here. Back, but this is not going correctly. So you can see the trajectory, and we need to make it a bit more smooth. What we can do, let's see. Let's see, something like this. Let's take the arms here. And make them FK. No, that was the leg. Oh, they are FK. Make them IK, because as you can see, they clip through. Oh, here I might need to make them IK. No. Then I need to help them. Now it's clipping on the frame itself. Looks better with the arm. Then we just kind of keep spotting issues. Okay, so it's something wrong with this landing. So I think this foot should be more like this. Yeah, that seems more right. And then we just need to select these. Then we go to interval edit mode. Select this one, and then we look at the shadow, and then you can see now the leg misses, of course. Turn off this one, drag it, take the center of mass and just drag it so it lines up with the toe. And now it all makes sense. And then we have some IK stretch going on around here. So even though I like how the foot is here, turn on this one, something like this, rotate it, and also as I can see, this one is at the ground and this one should barely touch the ground. So we move this down to somewhere like this. Then you can see again, we will need to do the same. Select this one, center of mass. And as we can see, he touches the toe right there. So I will just right select. Take this one. Still don't like the trajectory of the foot right there. This is the left foot. Does it help to change for this? Okay, it looks like he has a bit more bend than I do. So let's give him that. Shift select this and just, it's gonna be a bend there, but not that much. Okay, so it looks a bit off, but what we're gonna do now is that we are not gonna be looking at the reference anymore. I think that we have it all. Okay, why is this so weird? I feel like this one and this one should be. Okay, so now let's see the speed of these needs to be adapted, so Control T, do something like this and see how it looks. Still pretty slow-mo. Control T. Then we attach the physics. And one of the issues we had was the trajectory, so I'm going to turn on smooth trajectory. And for now, I think that's all. So let's see. It doesn't know that we are hitting the ground on this frame. And it's wildly out. Okay, so let's see. Then we just select these ones. And then we say fulcrum points and all these frames. It does have fulcrum points, so we're just gonna be enforcing it. Then it should know, but it doesn't. See, Shift C, the toe. Then we select these. Okay. Why is it fighting me on this? Okay, this oh, okay. It's like this now. Now it knows. So it's saying that we are jumping too high still. I think that we need to bring down the speed. I think these frames need to be shortened down. Let's remove 2 more frames. I can put the ghost to the side just for now. Then we select these again, Ctrl T, move it down. Because this looks like genuine speed. So let's see, how is the jump height now? Yeah, now it's around the same. So now it's giving me all the correct ones and the foot. So let's go through it. So this foot is moving good, nice. Keeps the locked foot. It's hitting a spot, respect it. Jumps up. It seems like it's respecting the most important frames. The only thing I don't like is these frames. Maybe then I don't like this frame. So I'm just gonna sneak peek again on the reference. Oh yeah, that's right. Okay, so he never goes like the whole way around. So what we can do is we can take and select the hand bones and the upper body like this. And then we go into scene settings, and then we're going to be using tween machine, which basically is going to be we are moving the upper body toward the next frame. So let's see. Yeah, not a good idea. So I'm gonna do it manually. Take this and rotate him a bit up and around. And then I want him to straighten up a bit. Like this. Let's move the ghost a little bit to the side. And make sure he doesn't look that stupid. Bring his hand a bit in. Let this body move a bit in as well. This messes up this one for some reason. It's weird that it doesn't respect the fulcrum points. So lower this to the ground. This is fine. Then we can enforce this one. No, not lock. This one. That means it has to respect the pose that he is in. Okay, he's doing some weird stuff there, but it's saying that to have that fast movement, he needs to end it on this one. But to be honest, it looks kind of awesome. So I'm gonna keep it. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna activate this again, and we're gonna select everything. Looks good. And I just remembered that our scene settings are on 30 FPS, and I don't want that. This is 67 frames, so now we can double it. So we'll just go Control T and 134. Then it would look a bit more smoother. Oh, never mind. This is 103. Wasn't thinking clearly. This is 111. I would just move it from to the start. Like this. I'm still not happy with the speed. It takes some tweaking. Now it seems to really get it correctly, and it doesn't look so off. So what I'm gonna do now is that I'm gonna accept it, which means that and you just answer yes to this one, and then we can turn off the physics like this. And when you have all this green stuff, you can then unbake it again. And then you have a clean slate that you can work on once again. And since we have fixed the fingers, it doesn't set up unnecessary frames for the fingers on the arms, which also is pretty nice. To be honest, it looks really good already. So let's see. So when it's moving like this, I think that I already want this arm to go toward this point. So what I'm gonna do, I think, is that I can just take, this would be the right arm. If I remove this frame and this frame, it looks a bit more natural. And then I can see that the hand suddenly goes like a punch out here. I think this one is correct. I think this one is as well. I think maybe does look better now. I removed just one frame. Okay, so here is something weird. I think this should be somewhere around here. The head, we can just Control Shift like this. Something like this. Let it keep moving. Look natural. This is an IK stretch, I don't like that. Okay, and it feels like it's hitting. I want to remove these. Let's see. Okay, that did not go well. I will try to remove this one, reset it, put a bit up. A bit more. Change the interpolation. And here it's going really fast up again. So if I remove those frames, push this a bit forward and shoulder as well. then it doesn't look so weird. Okay, so these frames are totally being screwed. And the foot looks weird. I think if the foot is gonna be moving like this, it should have a trajectory toward this one. That looks better. And even though the physics says that he's supposed to move like this, I don't like the result. So let's see. Moving this. This one as well. Okay, so from this frame, this is starting to look weird. Let's see if the knee fixes it. No. Shift C, this one doesn't either. Okay, so let's select this foot, right click, and make it slide a bit. Like this. Move on to the next one. So I think that we sped up this part too much. So let's just stretch it. Even more. This one as well, something like this. Okay, so a lot of body movement here without turning the foot seems wrong. Hitting the ground. So from this to this, I would like to rotate the foot a bit. this point as well. Hit the ground, spin. Maybe we need some frames here as well. So it's clearly getting better. And now I actually want to have take out this and see how the auto physics disagree with us on this point. Now it wanted more to the side again, but after our fixes it seems more fair, to be honest. I think we need some more frames here as well. I like it. Turn on this again, fixing interpolation on changed interval, and then we just hit this one again. And turn it off again. Then we can unbake it. The hand seems fine. They are clipping. So I think I will take this one and I will go and find Tween Machine, take it a bit up to the next frame, a bit back, down, deactivate the rotation here, deactivate this one as well, see how that looks. Move this one because I don't seem like it's okay, never mind. Okay. So here you can see that it messed up the legs really, really bad. But it's okay. Let's see. So this is the leg placement that we respect. We respect it here. So let's start with this leg. Get this one, this one. Just make sure that the toe is where it was. And it cannot leave yet. So I think that we need to copy this. Paste it to this one. We can rotate it so it's not stiff. On this frame it's okay. So on these frames, this is the leg placement that we're apparently gonna be holding. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna turn the shadow to face the next shadow. Okay, so this one I'm not gonna do anything about, but this one, so we're gonna start from the back. So this is the position that we want to end up in. I want the toe to be okay. I don't want this one to care. Make it look good again. You might ask, like, why do I even do it this way when I get so many issues? Well, the point is that doing it this way actually gives me a reality check on the movement. Let's see. Remove the lock. Select these, copy, paste. This leg is then going a bit more in. What we can look at is the trajectory. So we wouldn't want it to go so far behind. I would want it to turn against where it's going. Like this. And then I want this one, this frame, like this, to put down the foot. Like this. Because then it makes sense for him to spin. Now the beginning is alright. But I really want to have some frames here just because I want him to really stretch his toes. Like this. And we have a frame here where the hand is going through. So we're just gonna put a bit up. Put the knee a bit down. There we go. So it's still a bit slow-mo in the air, of course. Okay, so this looks great. And I think for the head, we are just gonna delete all the frames. Then make a frame there and there, where we remove this one and remove this one. Okay, it's gonna be stupid with me, then I guess that we're gonna keep the frames and alter them. But one thing is sure, all these frames, I can select this, find out where it looks the worst, select this and this one, because the auto pausing does a great job. So shift set and then shift set again. And that should have fixed most of our issues. I think here he would start looking this way again. Move this a bit back as it was a bit too fast. Yeah, looks more natural. It's fast, but not inhuman fast. So let's see how the foot is doing. So we're gonna start with fixing the toe. And I want to move it so the leg placement is correct. Go to this one. Do it a bit like this. this. Just so it makes sense that he's spinning on his foot. Bit of rotation this way and this way. Shift C that to see if it stops. No, it doesn't stop. In the beginning here, we have some flickering in the knee. It's just an IK stretch. And yeah. And here we go. So nice.